imagine the feeling of playing Survivor for a very long time.
Everybody is like a pack of wild dogs being held back by their leashes. You're all sizing each other up, and you look to another tribe, and it's like, I'm going to eat your lunch.
Welcome to Survivor 48. Respect. Let's go. Let's go. That might be the best initial reaction I've ever heard. Look at you all.
Survivor announces the 18 new castaways competing on the 48th edition, 48th, with a 2-hour season premiere on Wednesday, February 26th.
The trailblazing reality series, which shifts to 90 minutes weekly episodes beginning Wednesday, March 5th, it returns with a bold new group of competitors.
And the show is also available to stream on Paramount Plus. And this morning, ahead of the premiere, we have Jeff Probst himself. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning, y'all.
This is so exciting. I can't believe this show has been on for 48 seasons. What is the secret to the success?
It's a great question. We're still trying to figure it out, but I think really it's a good format, this basic premise of a group of strangers forced to rely on each other while conspiring against each other. But the other thing is we do have a very loyal fan base, and they allow us to try things. So we're constantly evolving the show. Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't, but our fans stay with us.
Jeff, how do these new castaways compare to some from other seasons? Are there any standout personalities we should be on the lookout for?
It's really a dynamic group. And, you know, one of the things that's changed in this sort of new era of Survivor is the diversity. And that has made for some truly interesting stories, because you have people from so many different walks of life, truly different walks of life, the way they were raised, where they were born, their family culture, the value systems. And then when you shove all these people together and you say, here's a real jungle that you're gonna live in and rely on each other during a real storm or a snake crawling past you, but you're also playing this game of social politics. So how good is your emotional intelligence at reading a room? When you have that with people from so many different walks of life, it really does explode in human behavior. And I think that is ultimately what is so fascinating about Survivor.
You know, as mentioned, Jeff, 48 seasons, you've been doing it since the beginning. When the new castaways are introduced, do you have a pretty good eye and a pretty good idea of who's going to be able to make it far in this competition? Are you at that point right now?
You know, it's a fair question, and you would think the answer would be yes. But what you don't, here's how our casting works. We spend most of the year trying to find these people. And when we feel like we have a group of really interesting, compelling, and we have this tapestry, you then turn the game over to them. And what you can't predict is the group dynamic. What's going to happen when they all get together? Which value system will win? You know, and that's why I think it makes it so unpredictable. And that's part of why the game is hard to play, because the game is unpredictable. And so when you're watching it, even as a fan, you're going, oh, I wonder if she's going to believe him, or will she circle back and betray him?
That's what makes it so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Jeff, you know, you've done this for so long. Part of Chris's question about the sociology involved in this show. What have you learned from doing this show so long?
I've learned a lot. In a positive way, I think I've learned that we are capable of way more than we give ourselves credit for, because we don't get up off the couch and push ourselves like these people do. The other thing I've learned is no matter what has happened over the 26 days of this game, if you make it to the end and there isn't something about you that is inherently just likable, you're not going to get the vote. And I think it's really telling that even though we're all battling, if you played this great, vicious game, but you just aren't really a nice, I don't mean pleasant, I don't mean you have to say, I love you and all that. I just mean something about you is inherently good. It's going to be hard to get the vote. So what I keep taking away from that is the way you make other people feel is going to have a big impact on your life as well, because that's what you're trying to create, or relationships in your life where there's some harmony.
Well said. Now, Jeff, I got to know, are you possibly the only human who's getting tired of the South Pacific?
You know, I know what you mean, but no, it's something about the water. My wife often says, you know, if Survivor ever ends, we're going to have to figure that out, because there's something at least for me, that is so grounding. And so, like, look at that backdrop. That's our shoot. That's from this season. That's where I work every day. And it's pretty powerful and I think invigorating. So I would miss it. I'm not tired of the Pacific Ocean. It's beautiful.
I totally believe that.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
I want to go for sure.
Nice
Jeff,
job.
thanks a lot for joining us. Survivor Season 48 premieres Wednesday on CBS and Paramount Plus. Thanks for taking the time.